Hello Scorpio, Marina from the Butterfly Effect. This is your reading for the rest of May 2020. Scorpio, the song I got through for your reading was Stuck With You. I think it's Ariana Grande, and it's loving you, wanting you, hating you. So there's a lot of nostalgia in this reading. There's some secrets here as well. So your main card for the rest of May 2020 is your imaginary friend, childhood treasures. I've had this recently. Can't think which reading it was, but I have had it, and it's about being very, very nostalgic. It's looking through old photographs and old cards and just literally, you know, immersing yourself in old fond memories. It's usually with regards to a friendship. Obviously it can be a, you know, romantic relationship as well. And I think I did say in that last reading we are in Venus retrograde, so this sort of energy is probably going to be quite prevalent. And a little bit of warning on that, because it is in Gemini for, I think it's something like 4 months total, from, you know, the pre-shadow to post-shadow. It's only direct for a very short time. I mean, that's quite incredible that it's in a sign for that length of time. And there's a Neptune Mercury square thing here, so it's like things are just very, very dreamy, very, very confusing. Yeah, very confusing. So yeah, I think this is just going to be an energy I'm going to pick up on for some time, is that some people are going to be very nostalgic and they are going to be looking at their past relationships through rose-tinted spectacles. It is a really lovely connection. The imaginary friend, it does have the little dragon here. I've always seen that as a little bit of a protector. Someone feels quite protective of someone in this relationship. So Scorpio, this will either be your energy or the person you're dealing with. They're both really lovely energies. It's actually a really nice reading here. There are some secrets, however. We do have the whale spirit in reverse, trust the great mystery, and peace, the dove spirit with the singer of intuition. This energy feels quite heavy to me. This is someone who's like gone, you know, down deep into the psychic realms or their emotional depths, and it kind of feels pretty heavy. At some point they are going to come back up and maybe make some sort of peace offering once they've, you know, dealt with whatever they're looking at down here. It does feel heavy though, and yet there's also a real, I feel this is someone who's maybe even quite disconnected just now from what's, you know, going on outside. They're very much, I mean, yes, nostalgic, but also just investigative, really. Someone is just trying to find their peace, or trying to work out what will bring them peace. They have a very strong intuition with the singer of intuition here. This is a real inner knowing. They may be very connected to someone intuitively. This is like a fiber optic broadband connection here. They're, you know, sending out their thoughts and feelings into the ethers. It's so very deep, but at some point it is going to become lighter. Now I'm going to go from water into air here, and I feel this person is going to have some sort of release, and it may be in way of a peace offering, or an apology for past hurts, or to try and get a relationship back on track here. It is actually, this is a very soft reading. This energy, this may be you or the person you're connecting with. You are never alone. This is my Lover's card. They're just so incredibly affectionate, always connected, always touching and stroking one another, and, you know, swirling around one another. It's like, even if you're not together with this person, your energy is very much intertwined with them. There's a feeling of incredible positivity, gratitude for this connection with the cow spirit, and the unity card. This is about to become one. This is a really sweet energy. This is someone who's just in a real high vibe, loving place, but incredibly calm. They're both really lovely energies, really lovely. And heavily nostalgic, not just one, but possibly both of them. So we've got the book, you can see that, the book, the ring, and the lilies here. So this is about a secret engagement, a secret connection, a hidden promise, can be a number of things. With the lilies card, this is a masculine here, so this is usually an older man. It's a very peace-loving man. It's someone who's looking for a long-term, real spiritual connection. It can be a very sexual individual as well, but sexual in a good way, if you know what I mean. I don't know what that was about. Little bits of sage flying through the room here. It's definitely masculine energy. At the base of the deck, I have the man with the Eight of Wands. So some sort of a communication coming through from this man. And it is about a secret that they've probably lied in the past, either to you or to themselves. But there has been some sort of deception here, of which I think they're probably quite maybe wanting to make an apology with the Three of Swords. They may well be that they have had involved you in a third party situation in the past, but it might even be like a physical recovery. They have absolutely retreated from you at some point here, with the rest and rejuvenation card being the secret. There's actually a number of them. One of the secrets would be that they, with the rest and rejuvenation card, is that they've taken a time out, that they have, maybe disconnected from you currently or in the past, to do some healing. They may have been healing from another relationship, they may have been healing from your relationship, it may have even just been a physical recovery. Someone could have had some sort of surgery to deal with here. But it can also sort of suggest that the lie, that could be the lie, the fact that they're saying, oh, I've had to go off and deal with this, that, and the next thing, and that might have been an absolute nonsense. But what is definitely not a lie is, with the Strength card here, and so there's been some sort of weakness here. I really do feel that this person has has at some point been overwhelmed by the situation. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. This is feeling overwhelmed. This is really struggling, maybe financially, but really just to balance everything out in their life. It's also an inability to commit to a situation. Someone who just has a lot of balls in the air, a lot of people in the air, and they've just become overwhelmed and not able to either commit to you or be honest with you. There's definitely a lack of honesty here. I've also got the sacral chakra with the root chakra, blimey. So what they could have lied about is that they maybe were only interested in a sexual connection with you. They could have lied about their own stability, with the Emperor here confirming the root chakra. This is someone who would appear very in control, very balanced, really got it all together in every possible way. But no, that's what they've lied about. There's some sort of imbalance or insecurity with them at a very root level, and also with the sacral chakra here. So this is someone who may have some issues opening up intimately with you, intimately connecting with you. It may even be some sort of sexual orientation or drive. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is here, there's layers of I even feel that lies feels too harsh a word in this situation. I just think this person has had real difficulty being truly honest with you for whatever reason. Maybe your relationship was relatively new and they didn't feel they were able to trust you with some, real important stuff about themselves. So as much as Sylvanius here is in reverse, and this is what is hidden, the secret is that there's been some deception here, that there has been some lies. That someone has been wearing a mask in a situation. But what I'm saying is that it's almost like layers of deception. there's a number of them. I think I made my point. It's not just one thing that they've lied about. It's not just one thing. It's a number of things. So someone who has probably not taken any sort of action in the situation. It may be a little bit lazy, lackadaisical, but it's also kind of like a procrastinator. And I just think the impression you had of them was somewhat different. So maybe they have presented themselves as, you know, a real go-getter, and, you know, I don't know. But it's not who they are, Scorpio. I think you've got this person wrong, but you've got them wrong because they have presented themselves wrongly. It's not like, you know, a misconception on your part. It is, I think, being deliberate. But the fact that it's deliberate is, you know, come from a number of insecurities that this person has had in general or specifically with you. So there is some sort of recovery here. There might be some sort of an apology with the Three of Swords in reverse. They may have done some healing. But the other possible secret, there's some sort of secret here regarding either a promise or an engagement or a contract of some sort. And it's with the Lovers card, the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. So I don't know if you were maybe like just interacting with this person. And it's quite possible they were even committed elsewhere. My Lom card is a long-term marriage. This is a couple that have been through the wars together. It's unconditional loving, unconditional kindness. It's very generous, but to me it's almost my couple that have been through the wars, and he's obviously he comes across as a bit of a doofus, a bit clumsy, and she's really incredibly patient. She's always looking really hopeful, even though her wings are battered to hell. And it's almost like, I don't know if this person's been confused or they've been trying to sort of veil or hide another relationship, probably one that they've been very, very committed to. And maybe you've come along and they've made a promise to you. They've just been like swept up with the connection with you, because this is like, you know, this is real heady love. This really heady love therapy. It's she's just always on the glow up, you know. She's about healing from the past, but so they may have had a past engagement that they're healing from, or a past you know, relationship. I don't think it's that. I think this is, I think this may be someone who was in a long-term relationship with someone, and they've had a connection with someone else, which at the time would have been completely inappropriate because of that. And this person has just like lit them up, you know, because the fairy who was kissed by the pixies, she's just glowing. Everyone loves her. She just exudes this energy of love and happiness and joy, and she just attracts, you know, a certain amount of adoration here. It feels like someone just like got caught up in, you know, the magic of a connection and became incredibly confused because they actually had something very long term here. Kind of gone off on a tangent there, and that's kind of not how I was going with it, but there you go. I was sort of looking at it initially like they did see you as a long-term partner that they were, you know, at some point confused about. And it's just a case that they've hidden a number of insecurities and issues that they've got going on in their life that they don't want you to know about. That could be for some of you. But this is something really long term and really healthy. I keep saying incredibly. Do I always say that? I don't know, but I just noticed it recently. I hate how I repeat words. The lily is about peace and permanence, longevity, is sometimes an older man with the he of the fiery sword here. Is this like he wants to put something right? He wants to have the strength which he does seem to have lacked in the past to correct a situation, to engender some sort of trust which has probably been lost, and yet there's an enormous amount of defensiveness here from someone, and it feels like a really lovely friendship. This is defensiveness. Someone does have the higher ground, there's no two ways about it, because, you know, whoever's, you know, been up to no good or messed up is probably trying to create the trust again that's been lost because they've lied. But this person is very defensive. This person is probably, although they're coming from a very loving and peaceful place, they don't want to go back to where they were with this situation. And this is a feminine energy. She, the Kruak, the friends, and oh crikey, opponent as well, daughter in reverse. And this is the problem. This is where the defensiveness is coming from. So a really lovely connection, you know, loads of support, loads of friendship. I've got your back, you've got mine. Very cooperative, lovely energy. Friends for life here. And with, you know, she of the Kruak, this is the feminine, it is mother love, it's spiritual healing, it's overflowing grace. I mean, it's all just delightful. And then you've got this doof right there, and this is where the defensiveness is coming from. Upon as well, daughter is bad enough upright, but in reverse it's a hell of a lot worse. And this connection has put someone in a really bad place, basically, I think, in the past. This is depression, it's madness. I mean, it is the dark night of the soul, which lasts a hell of a lot longer than a night. This is just a really urgent, you know, issue that's very deeply buried, that needs to be dug up and dealt with and transmuted, but it's like so far back if it's in reverse that it may even be past life stuff. And this person is almost terrified to go back there. So the boundaries are very much up. So if this is someone who wants to come back from your past and reveal some secrets and ask for forgiveness here, and there's as much as there's a lot of loving energy here, I'm not seeing any animosity. There's just it's a fear, like I couldn't possibly go back there, and that's where they might put you. So I've asked what the communication, I mean, you are stuck on one another is the bottom line though. I mean, I've got Least of the Shadows in reverse. This is stuck. Bondage. Tied to something that's probably unhealthy. Just not being able to break free. But this man has a lot of hope in this situation. He feels this is maybe his destiny. And he's got some sort of strength here, and to move this into a more positive place. So the Eight of Wands is about communication, a lot of passion. What do they want to communicate? That they're balanced now, that you've reached some sort of, you know, equilibrium in their life where they maybe weren't before. That everything is calmed down with whatever was going on, and there's no chaos about them. There's no excess around them. And I think they maybe want to discuss why it broke down in the first place. Two of Cups in reverse. This is a breakup, a separation, arguments, and they want to bring some sort of stability to that. So they want to fix something that was broken and tell you that they're evenly tempered now, but there's a great deal they have to reveal here. Scorpio. Most of it doesn't seem too bad, but if it is a case of had a long-term relationship with someone else and you've just caught their eye and it's gone off in a tangent, then that's obviously an enormous issue. So let's just take your advice. Scorpio. for May 2020. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate it. If you would like a personal, my information is below. Scorpio for the rest of May 2020. What advice can you offer Scorpio? I don't know if I'm reading for a male or a female here. It's very fluid energy. So I don't know who the advice is for. Doesn't matter. Let's just take advice for Scorpio. You'll work it out. I don't want that one. Intend and create. So this has just been a bit really focused about what you want and taking the steps towards that, Scorpio. And trust and thrive. Again, it's like sort of like bossing up and taking control of a situation, knowing that you're protected in a situation, and very intuitive. The stag antlers are always intuitive. And there's a lot of positives here. A lot of positives. So you just need to do what you got to do. Take time to reflect. So it kind of suggests that there may not be quite the right time. And with the mirror guardian, it can be that you're mirroring one another's, you're just mirroring one another. So that is very much a time to work out where they end and you begin. There may be quite a bit of projection in this relationship, which has probably caused some sort of confusion. A lot of really lovely stuff here, Scorpios. I hope it works out for you and people make the moves they're supposed to, because it does look really positive. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.